Alright, this is going to be a composter. Here is the barrel. Very nice. Blue barrel, $30. 2x4s treated, 4x4s treated. Selection of hardware. Got some Loctite in there. Bolts, hinges, washers, latches, more bolts. And we got roller skate wheels. We use as part of our design. And we'll cut to the action soon. These are materials. Grand total about $100 in everything. Very sustainable. Alright, these are the tools for our project. You need a saw to cut through the main flap, which is going to be drawn into the barrel like such. We got wrenches, drill bits, miter saw for the wood, extension cord, additional tools, but these should be the main ones. Alright, the first step we did here is we marked out the location of the flap. We aligned the hinges and hardware on top of here, marked them with a permanent marker, and then drilled holes, lining everything up. Next we'll be using the saw, and we will be cutting along this line, and then we will wash out the barrel. Alright, here it is cut out. See, there's a bunch of crap inside. We're gonna wash this out. And if you notice, there's little ridges on this barrel. We decided not to cut into those, so that's the width of our flap, because this might be part of the structural part of the structure of the barrel. If we cut through that, the barrel might get a little flimsy. Alright, this is the whole thing with everything attached. As you can see, get everything put on correctly. Here's going to go closed up, hinges in place. They line up perfectly.
Of course, why we shoot the video, it doesn't.
And there you go, latched into place. Alright, we cut our 2x10s treated lumber in half to 5 feet equally. On each one of them we marked 2.5 feet. We marked center marks. So you can see we got little crosses there. We're going to drill through those, and we're going to insert bolts and washers through them, galvanized. Final product, when we get the sides, it's going to look something like this, and we can adjust it back and forth. And we're going to get the barrel put inside of there. So we're going to wrench those down, and next thing you know, we're going to build supports for the bottom once we get our width figured out. Alright, here we go. We got our crosses made. Bolts in the middle. This still moves back and forth with scissors. We built these two little bottom supports. We're going to tie these all together. When we do that, we get this. Hardware, tying those two together. This one's screwed right in. Very, very strong support. Probably a little too strong, but this thing is solid. Alright, both of the scissor truss kind of things are ready to go. The stands are all solid. Now we're going to we measured the barrel, so we're going to put both of these about 23 inches apart. That way our wheels mount right to the sides and the barrel fits in and spins properly upon them. Alright, we put the bottom together. We got the width figured out. We did a 23 inches, so when we put the wheels on, it'll roll fine. The barrel will roll fine on top of the frame. We're tying the bottom all together, and we're going to put a bracing up top as well. Alright, the base is all constructed. Thing is solid. You could probably put a truck up on there. We're cutting one more brace, which we'll put up near the top on the back to make the top very solid as well. Alright, here we are. We're putting the wheels on. We marked them out. As you can see, we pre-drilled holes for the lag bolts. Now we're wrenching in these roller skate wheels. We got the roller skates from a thrift store for a couple bucks. They're actually Barbie. They're nice and pink. It's very nice. Alright, here we go. The whole thing's up. It's on these wheels. We just installed these brackets back here. It's going to help mix the compost when it's all together. And here's the bolts out the back. As you can see, they're bolted on with Loctite. And here are the wheels. It's going to roll. We have to put a guide on so it doesn't roll off. And that will be next. But it's working pretty well so far. Alright, as you can see, we are complete. It's up on top of its stand. It's extremely sturdy. Come around here, you see these brackets hold it on. It will be spinning on these wheels. There's a little bit of space in between the barrel and the boards. These big L brackets holding that together. There's spinning. Here's our brackets for things inside, the mixers, all held together. And it spins very easily. Here we go, we got a couple pieces of newspaper and some food scraps that are going to go out to the composter. So we're going to go out there and get both of these put in. One thing you want to remember when using a composter is it's important to keep a balance of carbon and nitrates inside there. Carbon sources are straw, grass, leaves, and paper. You see here I got a little bit of paper. I've been also putting grass clippings inside my composter. And nitrates are lint, vegetable leftovers, fruit leftovers. You can see I got a lot of that here. Shells. You can also put coffee ground, dog hair, all kinds of that. That's going to help the composter activate. You also want to keep your composter moist. You have to water. If it becomes too moist, you want to put more dry objects such as dry leaves and stuff to soak up that moisture. Also, it's important to remember not to put any meat or dairy inside the composter because that can definitely affect performance, attract pests, and make it smell really bad. You don't want a bunch of rats running around in your yard. A couple different things you'll notice when composting, potential problems, is it's too moist or not moist enough, so you have to make sure the proper amount of moisture is in there. I think I mentioned that. And if there's any kind of bad smell, it's probably because you have too much nitrogen in there. You don't want too much of this without a fair balance of that. So you want to make sure if there's a bad smell, add some more carbon products and soak that stuff all up. If for any reason your composter is not heating up and working, you have to add some water and make sure the moisture is at the right temperature and make sure you have enough nitrates in there. And if for any reason you're attracting pests, it's probably because you've got too much sugar or meat-like foods, too much protein in there, and you're attracting rodents. Alright, we'll go right back and we'll be at the composter in a short second. There's tons of little flies and all kinds of stuff out here. Oof, starting to look pretty good. Yeah. Don't want to put wax covered plates or anything like that inside there. That's not going to help with the composting. You see all the flies flying out of there. Stuff is activated and plenty of bacteria growing inside there, and it's doing fine. You can also buy activation kits offline, which will also give you all the essential bacteria to put inside your composter. Kind of hard to spin this with one hand. You want to try to also aerate it every couple of days at least. Get it nice and mixed up and going pretty good. Let's see what we got inside here. Oh yeah, look at that. Just put the new stuff in there. It's all starting to break down and decompose pretty good.